Hola mundo, hello world. So finally I was able to finish the Winx SAGA show that's #1 on Netflix right now, and this is my review for it. So I'm just gonna start off by saying that this show is inspired by the underrated Italian show that was famous on Nickelodeon around 2004. And although I was not into this show, I do kind of remember what the characters look like. I don't know if that's the same occurrence for a lot of other people, but I do remember the show. It was around like when I was like 10, 11. um and I remember that this show was about magic and about fairies. So I didn't think that the show that I saw on Netflix had any tie with it. I didn't even remember the show, to be honest. But the show that's #1 on Netflix right now, the Fate show, because that's the difference. Because the older one is called the Winx Club, and this one's called Fate, the Winx Saga. This one is more dark, and this one looks nothing like the old one, which may be a problem for people who are super fans. But yeah, I think the show was more of a reboot, not really a remake. So basically this show is about a girl named Bloom. She comes to this boarding school that's in a magical land called Otherworld, and there's other kids that are students at this boarding school as well. And for some reason they're all British and she's American, which is already like what the heck. But yeah, she goes and she starts to, question a lot of things around her. One of those things being, like, one of the major things being, she's the only one in her family who has magic that she knows of. And her magic is somehow stronger than a lot of other people in the show. And she goes to question her literally her whole life. And we go through all that with her during season 1, and we get to learn everybody else's stories, because every single fairy and every single student at the school has their own, individual story. They're very interesting. So basically it's about fairies, basically it's about magic, and like the fact that she can't control it. And they basically, the school is about mastering your magic. It's for them to train, because like what you will learn in the show in this season is that there are some creatures that are coming in closer and closer into their land, and they have to protect themselves. So that's why they're training really hard. And these creatures are called the burn ones. They're really ugly. But yeah, although I kind of liked the show, there were some things that really annoyed me at the time when I was during the show, when I was watching it. And those things were like, I'm gonna do my whole little count. Okay, so number one thing that really bothered me was the fact that they had the opportunity to go all out with these outfits and make something that was different from what we're seeing, especially since it's a different dimension, a different world. They live in the other world, and they're fairies. And I'm pretty sure with their magic, they can think of like a bomb ass outfit, and they don't have to spend time sewing it. But in our world, our things are kind of bland. Like the warriors in their world wear practically the same shit that we wear now. But if I recall, with anything that has to do with magic or fairies, they make everything super colorful and super like fashion. Like, and I don't know why they missed their mark on this. But anyways, number 2 is I'm gonna compare the other show with this one. So in 2004, when the other show came out, and the characters, the fairies were, made, created, whatever. These fairies all were different looking. There were different races and stuff. So the fact to have been that progressive in the other show, and then made it a thing to choose girls that look different, but most of them being white and one token black girl, that was kind of off-putting. I don't necessarily think that they needed to be so diverse with this show, because maybe they were trying to not be like the other show, but at the same sense, like, it's like you missed the mark, you missed the opportunity to do so. And number 3, There were some things that were talked about during the show that kind of like made me cringe. Like one of those things being, um, when Dane kept like instigating and kept bothering and having conversations with the his friend. I don't remember his name, the other character, and he kept messing with him about his sexuality. It was kind of like, ugh, like I don't know, it just made me feel uncomfortable. And then overall, if I'm going to rate this show, I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10 because it is a show that is being like it's a show that I would have clicked on anyways on Netflix. And it looks like a lot of shows that we already have out there. It looks like Riverdale, it looks like any witch show, like Charmed. I love Charmed. Yeah, and but I also do feel like because there's so many shows that look like this, like the fact that they used the likeness of the old show but didn't execute a show that was, they could have made it different. I feel like they also missed their opportunity in that, but that's the choice that they chose to go with. So I mean, it is, there is likability about it. It's not a bad show. I would suggest it to people, especially if you're not a huge fan of the original, or maybe that's something that a lot of people that are fans are happy that happened. They like the new show. So I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. And this is my rating and my review. So if you made it to this part of this video, that means you're almost done with the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because when you're supporting your girl and you're bringing her watch time high, you are supporting her dreams. So like I always say, don't forget to watch my videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays. But yes, please be safe, and remember, there are idiots out there. Peace out. So if you made it to this part of this video, that means you're almost done with the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because when you're supporting your girl and you're bringing her watch time high, you are supporting her dreams. So like I always say, don't forget to watch my videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays. But yes, please be safe, and remember, there are idiots out there. Peace out.